Hi everyone, welcome into this week's Mikeitz CBS Fix. Hope you're having a wonderful week and hope you are having an amazing and enlightening Hanukkah. In this week's Parshas Mikeitz, we will learn a fundamental difference between Joseph and Paro, the Egyptian pharaoh who was the ruler over the entire Egypt. So as the story goes, Joseph is there to interpret Paro's dreams. Now in Paro's dream, he had actually two dreams. And in the dream, the Torah states that his dream there were 7 fat, good, healthy cows, and they were of good appearance. And the Torah uses the word mara. They were beautiful. And when he actually related over the dream to Joseph, he actually changed the expression of beautiful. He said that they were vifos toar, and they were also of beautiful form. Now, the difference between the two, Rashi pointed out for us back in Parshas Vayetze, when it was describing Rachel. So the Torah says that she was Yefei Torah v'Yefas Mara, that she had a beautiful form, meaning on the outside, Rashi explains, and v'Yefas Mara, inside, she had like this beauty that shone forth. And the difference in Joseph and Paro is that when Paro was stating over the dream, he didn't state that the fat cows or the healthy cows were vifas mara, were of beautiful of appearance on the inside, the way it actually was given over to him. He actually stated that they were vifas Torah, that they were good looking on the outside. And as a matter of fact, the Medrash tells us that every single nuance difference that Paro related over in the dream, Joseph actually corrected him until Paro was so amazed. He said, "Were you eavesdropping into my dream? How do you know all these subtle differences that I actually made a mistake over?" But what we're trying to glean from here is that an Egyptian's focus, even when he's given a message that something is beautiful on the inside, he always looks at the outside. And a Jewish person's perspective is always supposed to be beyond what the outside is trying to show and to try to look at the inner beauty of something. And it's not just with people. It comes to this, as a matter of fact, when it comes to our Torah study. Just to give a simple example, we explained once the prohibition of milk and meat. So if you just look at it one-dimensionally and just use your sight, you can't understand, like, what's the big deal? It's a piece of meat and it's milk. What should be the problem? But if we look beyond the piece of meat that's in front of us, or beyond the glass of milk that's in front of us, and we look to see what meat actually stands for, or what milk actually stands for, as we spoke, that milk is a basics necessity and meat is the symbol of luxury. So the two mixed together, you start to lose focus about what is actually important for you, what's actually basics, what are your luxuries. You start to merge the two. So you always have to look deeper beyond the surface of something. And of course, there's the holiday of Hanukkah, and Hanukkah represents the Jewish people's victory over the Greeks. Now, the Greeks excelled at this. The Greeks, all they cared about was the outside, or the beauty, and the Olympics, and the strength, and the big muscles, and the beautiful women, and the strong men. Everybody else was meaningless to them, because if you were overweight, or if you weren't beautiful, you were discounted. And the Jewish approach is the exact opposite. It's not necessarily the exact opposite. As the Torah did tell us that Rachel was beautiful, and tells us many times they were beautiful. Many beautiful people, and it meant it also on the outside. But the beauty on the outside has to try to mirror itself with the beauty on the inside. And that's really what counts ultimately at the end of the day. If somebody's beautiful but has a very disgusting inside, it's nothing. But if somebody's very beautiful on the inside and their outside is no good, that's not up to them. Hashem created them like that. There's nothing they can do about it. The only thing we can control is what's on the inside. And so therefore, certainly it's a lesson for us as we light the Hanukkah candles. We're not lighting these huge, massive things that should shine in somebody else's face. It's a tiny little candle, because the candle represents our neshama, our souls, as we have spoken in the past. And that is really what we should be lighting up. We should be lighting out our souls. And when somebody does have that shine like Rachel had, it'll certainly present itself on the outside, and that will definitely be our Raje, that will be our grace, and others will find favor in us. Have a wonderful Shabbos, and may you have a wonderful, wonderful Hanukkah. Let the light of Hanukkah light up your life. Thank you for listening.